for supporting this show. If you'd like more info or just want to use our Tiger Belly codes, you can go to betterhelp.com/belly and healingsleep.com/belly. Enjoy the show.
Hey guys, enough.
What's better, Segura's place or Rogan's place?
Or our place, you gotta watch. You gotta watch here.
Wait, Sarah, I wanted to bring the mic. I wanna add this on.
Get closer.
Give
Okay.
us this clip.
I don't want to get in trouble. I mean, actually,
Not gonna get in
I
trouble.
didn't do anything.
No. It's just your opinion about what studio is better. So Sarah Hyland went to Austin.
Are we on now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Every time.
she
Are we
experienced.
doing it?
She experienced. You know what I mean? A couple of new studios. She went to Tom Segura studio with Christine, and then she went to Rogan's. Which one's nicer?
They're different.
Which one's nicer? Which one would you rather have?
Why are you so nervous though about answering this?
Yeah.
Because they're massive. They're like. I'm not nervous. I'm just careful. I guess I'm careful. No, not in a nervous. They were all amazing. Tom wasn't even there.
What would you prefer though?
For yourself.
For yourself?
I would say Tom and Christina. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear that, Rogan?
Okay, but wait.
You hear that?
Wait.
You hear that, Papa?
The food options were different though. Like you're right. Like Joe Rogan, as soon as you walk in,
Deer meat?
Meat chips.
meat chips. No, well, it's not just meat. I ate meat chips. They were literally chicken chips. They were like chicken skin chips. Everything in there is just a meat locker. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. So you walk in, and then there's a vending machine with like vitamins and buffalo meat and like elk meat sticks.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Here's a real fact. When Rogan as a kid saw Bambi, he got excited when the mom died.
Super hard. Super
Yeah,
hard.
just a true
Childhood
fact.
trauma is Rogan's joy.
Yes, his joy.
Yeah.
So what's it like doing the road?
What's it like?
Yeah.
Well, first
you
off, we
having fun?
should introduce her.
Oh yeah,
Everyone.
go do the countdown.
Let's do a song. Let's do a song.
Yeah.
Five, four, three, two.
Sada, tall white,
Yeah.
North woman.
Yeah.
She's the North woman.
Woman.
We saw the Northman last night, and I thought about you when I was watching it.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd be a shaman for sure.
Okay.
She'd have the headpiece. Her eyes would be gouged out. She'd have like a thing over her eyes,
Yeah.
and she'd be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you whites are weird, right? That's what she whispers to me during the Northman.
Why you gotta
What?
expose me?
No,
like this?
white people are weird.
That's half of you, Kalila.
Yeah.
Half of you.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
half white. I'm
Yeah.
not denying my whiteness.
Round of applause. So Sarah Hyland is a very funny sketch artist, very funny stand-up, very funny podcaster. She was my ex-girlfriend.
Ow, ow!
Ow, ow. And I love her to bits and pieces. So give her a round of applause. Sarah. Yeah. So the North woman. Are you, do you have roots from the Viking age?
Well, I do. It's funny because I actually caught the last part of Jessica's the podcast you did with Jessica Kirsten, and you mentioned you're like, yeah, she has a long torso.
Yeah.
Yep. I've never been described as a long torso.
You have a very long torso.
I don't have a.
You have a long everything. You're a tall girl.
long.
Yeah.
What do you expect her to have a
long.
short toe?
No, but when I was watching the movie last night,
Yeah.
I feel like you could do this, right? And walk through a village like that. Right? Do this real quick for me. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be so scary.
I win. I got
You win.
I
Yeah,
win. Yeah. Well, and lanky. That's another word you've described me for a long time now.
Well, I mean,
I like to say model-esque.
yeah, you have a model.
No, you always soften the edge. You do. You actually said
See,
that.
you
No,
see
it
that?
was
I
fun.
soften your edge.
Yeah, you softened it up.
Yeah.
Softened it up.
I also only date beautiful women.
You do.
Hey.
So anyway, so what's it like going on the road with Jess?
Okay. Well, to answer your question, the first one, I do
yeah,
have
go
a
ahead.
little bit of Viking.
Oh, go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you used to.
There's Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Sarah.
Yeah.
I just feel like you could be their kid or whatever.
Yeah.
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 So
Our sister,
what side of the family is Viking?
My dad's.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell.
Tim Hyland.
Tim.
I love him.
Big Tim.
What a great guy.
Because he's a tall guy.
Yeah.
He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
He's very lanky. He's thin.
But he also has one of those faces that is instantaneously trustworthy.
Yeah.
He looks
know what I
like Lithgow. What's his name?
John Lithgow.
Lithgow.
That's what he looks
Oh,
like.
Winston Churchill?
Yeah, he's got a Churchill vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like a salesman.
You know what I mean? Like, so if, like, you know, Germany was invading Normandy, right?
Okay.
I would want Tim to be on our side.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Leading the ship.
Yeah, he also, he played, remember he did the Elvis thing?
He plays guitar.
Guitar, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, I tell your family I said hi. I miss them.
do.
Hey, Wicca! What are you laughing at?
Why did you do it that way?
Because,
He had to learn the Wicha.
yeah, so, you know, I did 2 weeks in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'm on reservation dogs. And I hung out with Craig, Deer and Water. I met the Red Corn family. You know what I mean? And I was really immersed into the native culture. I think I have native spirit, you know, and I found out about some of my behaviors in the past
Could have been.
is wrong.
Is wrong. Uh-huh.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Let's go back.
Let's go back. So,
I like
when
that you're going straight to the source and asking these people, hey, was this thing that I did wrong? Even though I've been telling you for a long time,
yeah.
You know the picture?
it's wrong. Like, he's never
Yeah.
believed me.
Show the photo.
I'm like, hey, you can't go to a mall. And just
So I went to a mall in Canada years ago. All right, and I'm asking you as a white person,
Okay.
right, and also a friend,
Okay.
to see if this is wrong.
Sure.
Okay.
Hope.
So I'm in.
Sure.
So I'm in
White
Edmonton,
person.
right?
But yeah.
only half of me can help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
and-
of me can
yeah.
help you.
And Rick Bronson owns a room in Edmonton. It's one of my favorite clubs.
Yeah.
But it's in a mall, and in the mall there's like a little, you know, a mall-y photo studio. And you walk in. There's 3 things you can choose from:
Yeah.
the colonial, like Downtown Abbey look,
Yeah.
which I'm not into that vibe. Yeah. Because it's like Asians back then in that vibe. We washed the laundry. They didn't have the clothes. And then you could either be a cowboy or an Indian.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
That's bad.
Why do you still have this? I thought I took it down from his Instagram.
Yeah, where'd you get this from?
This one
Yeah.
is from Pinterest. People like to pin it for inspiration. People have been pinning this for inspiration for parties.
Yeah. It is a funny photo, though.
That's
It's
amazing.
great. The gun is great.
Yeah.
But what did you learn?
Yeah,
I learned that was wrong. That's not good.
You can't do that.
2022. 2022.
So I was obviously, I'm there. What I love about reservation dogs is, you know, all the riders are native.
yeah.
Half the staff, like in terms of makeup and sound, and everyone are native.
Yeah.
And the stars are all native, and you're immersed in it. You're right, and you learn about the culture. We went to an expo, an art exhibition. We bought
The
stuff.
Muskogee art market.
Art market on a
bought a
Saturday,
bunch
and we
of cool
bought a
things.
bunch of stuff there. And so I was just sitting around at lunch with a bunch of people, and I go, "Hey, FYI, I went to a mall. My girlfriend thought this was bad. I go, you know, I went to." I went to a mall.
Crazy or what?
Is this crazy
Is
or
my
what?
girlfriend crazy?
Yeah. I went to a mall and I just dressed up as a native person and I took some photos, right? And they're like, "That's the worst thing you could do."
Yes.
And I go, "Why?" And they go, "Would you do that with blackface?"
Oh boy.
And I go, "Yeah."
So what's the problem?
But no, I go, "No, I wouldn't." And then I try to make arguments.
What were your? Okay, I don't want to hear.
I want to hear it. I'll talk it through with you. My arguments were, and I was wrong. All right.
Okay.
So my arguments were, well, you know, if they had a samurai thing at the mall and white people did that, and then they go, and what if they did the eyeliner thing with the eyes?
Oh, the wingtips. Yeah.
That's what you call them?
Do we?
Wingtips?
Wing.
Wingtips.
Yeah. I think our eyes are this so we don't see peripheral.
I mean, you did tell us the history why Asians had small eyes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The sun.
Wait,
Yeah, the sun.
Asians don't.
Is that
don't-
true?
I
Is
have
that a
good
true
periphery.
I have pretty good periphery too, but periphery. But what's the word?
Peripheral.
Periphery?
Yeah, peripheral.
What is it? Peripheral? Is it peripheral?
Peripheral.
Peripheral.
Peripheral. Anyway.
vision.
Peripheral.
And I go, yeah, that would be wrong. Then I go, what about Halloween? Like I've seen people wear ninja.
You put them in a position to have to defend why it's wrong. It's so uncomfortable.
Right, but then Sterling came by,
Good.
the showrunner, and he goes, basically, you're supporting, rape, pillaging, oppression. And I also asked about, the mascots and stuff, and
Yeah.
Washington.
and it completely just put me in a thing of just I get it, and it's all fucked up and wrong, and it's based on a tragic history. And anyway, so I regret doing that. I apologize that I did that, and you were right.
1 point, Kalila.
Yeah. Are you and Jen are you guys thinking about ever adopting a kid, having a child?
I mean, not now or in the near future.
Yeah.
But life is long. I don't know, but like not right now. But it's not like completely off the table.
I always thought that you would be a good mother.
Yeah, I love.
You were in Tulsa too long.
Yeah.
I know every sound I make turns into a.
That's a very personal question.
That's okay. That's okay.
I thought it was going to be a pitch to why you should adopt an Asian baby. And I thought you were going to give her like.
Okay, that's a good
I
question.
did. We did try to have a kid though once. It was a Pacific Islander, and we only tried
What
once.
does a Pacific Islander mean?
What kind?
You looked at me and got a little sad. Was it a little Filipino boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. How?
Yeah. Well, we only tried. It's very expensive,
It is.
so we only tried one time. Like it's literally like 35 grand for one time. For one time.
Wait, so you have to spend $35,000 for a Filipino kid?
It wasn't.
What?
No, I'm just asking. I'm just throwing it out there.
I felt that.
I'm just asking what the
What is-
price
For
High
is.
any
value.
kid.
For it's the
For
process.
any kid. I'm just saying the dude we picked was a Filipino kid because I
From the
liked his
Philippines.
interview. Yeah.
And how old was
I
he?
liked what he said. Because he mentioned like his mom sang the Beatles to him when he was a kid. So I was like, oh, that's dope.
Oh.
No, I'm serious because you can't like the photos they give you
Yeah.
are like a year old. So
Yeah.
you have no idea what the guy looks like. You just go off of like their blood type, the things that the people in the office gave them,
Yeah.
So you can paint any photo you want, but then they give an audio where you can hear the voice and like they answer questions. And that's how we made the decision of who, like, a what did. But he was cool. He was dope. He was like a cool. I liked him, and truly, like the last.
How old
thing,
was he?
Probably he was in his early 20s, like when he did that. And I mean, they're all. You can't be that old.
That kid was Bruno Mars. You missed out.
Wait. You were going to adopt a kid from in his early 20s?
No, the guy who did the interview.
Oh.
He was-
Oh my God! No, the guy who did the interview was like in his early 20s.
Yeah, but how old was the kid? A baby?
So we're talking about a donor, like it was a sperm donor.
I thought you were talking. Oh,
I think he thought you were talking about adopting.
adopting a kid. Oh, so I was like, what the fuck is going on
Cost
here?
35 grand.
How does a baby know who the Beatles are?
We were gonna adopt a 25.
Yeah. I'm like,
Just
I like the
hang out.
White Album. Abby Rogers. All right.
Google Gaga.
Goo Goo Gaga. Yeah.
You know,
He's
I've
big.
been sort of thinking,
Yeah.
well, no, that's not the right thing to say because you're a very viable donor.
Yeah.
But sometimes I look at people and I'm like, oh, like that would be a good, like, should our stuff stop working?
Mm-hmm.
I do look at people like, oh, like I would like that genetics to,
Yeah.
make
I think
a
I have
baby.
good genetics.
I think you and I do not have good genetics.
What do you mean? That's
We're-
offensive. What you just said.
Not to myself.
Your genetics are fine.
My genetics are horrible. I've talked about wanting to kill my bloodline many times. I come from very, very bad people.
Insane.
Bad people in my family.
No, that's
Lots of-
Tell you fucking
Tell
pump
her
her
she
up.
has
Pump her up.
Not that you can't. I'll always pump you. I always do,
Yeah,
it, but you
Sarah
have to
does.
also respect like it's her.
Yeah.
No, Bobby, no.
Yeah. No,
You know why you?
because she's looking at it from the prism of trauma. When she looks
But
in the
it's
mirror.
still her perspective.
But
Yeah, but it's skewed, and it's not. I don't.
All
think
of our perspective is skewed.
I know, but that's not what the reality is.
Reality is
there is
skewed.
science to back up
Let's
like
go deep. This is
generational
insane.
trauma
This
passed
whole
down
conversation
from
is
like
insane.
parent to child.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, right?
Yeah.
Like who's crunching?
Will you stop punching your ass cheeks? Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just have a lot, I don't have to explain it for the 10th time, but, you've met my family. There are murderers. There are, lots of people incarcerated. There's a lot of people with very, like, what I think is potent evil inside of them.
Your Uncle Lula, what's his name?
Lou.
I don't know. He was a road guy, did
Yeah,
cruise
yeah.
ships and all that stuff. And then he opened up that club down there. And then there was like a 6-week class. And then at the very end, you'd write a tight 5, and then you would perform it in front of like an audience. And that first like pop that I got, that was like, I never felt some like that. The was it endorphins? The rush, I guess. Like I'd never felt that before, and I was like, oh shit, this is like I almost like blacked out. That 5 minutes flew by.
Yeah, anyone listening to right now, what Trevor is, I'm saying people live in fear, right? And people get scared to try things. What I'm saying is that you should try whatever it is that you want to do. Try it, because that sensation, even if it's not good, even if it's terrible, just the attempt to do it.
Yeah, get a finger in your ass.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Yeah. It makes you feel.
You get a finger in your ass. That's where the male G spot is.
Yeah.
We talked about
throw that
this
out
the
there.
other week.
About this extensively.
We talked about that.
I just know
last week.
people listening are like, what is he implying here? But try something new.
Yeah.
So,
You think
stand-up
there's a
or-
G stop in your G?
G-stop?
Yeah, there's a fucking roundabout up in that bitch.
A cul-de-sac. Just
All right, G spot,
yeah.
right? G spot in your anus.
Yeah, I think that should be the title of this episode.
I know, but have you stuck your finger in your anus?
Not my own.
Right.
Not my own.
I don't want to talk about it because we talked about assholes with Dominic last week, right?
For like 4 hours.
Yeah, for 4 hours we
Yeah.
talked
Oh,
about
wow.
assholes. So I don't want to talk about assholes.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
want to monetize this episode.
Yeah. What do you, as a comic, young gun? What do you watch for entertainment? Do you play video game? What do you do?
It's TikTok like an idiot. I just scroll TikTok until my thumbs hurt.
That's what she does.
Same. Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of shows. My girlfriend watches a lot of TV, but I don't know. I just like the impulse and kind of just keep busy, because I can't sit still for too long. I start fidgeting, and that's what's great about TikTok. You're constantly doing something, but like TV, I'm just sitting there,
Yeah.
and it just feels.
But do you have ADHD or anything like that?
I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm always just. I need to be doing something. I can't just
If
like
you're
sit
watching television or a show with your girlfriend, do you feel the need to scroll at the
something.
same time?
Yeah, I mean it's like a slow scene. Somebody's crying. I'm like, ugh, all right, Instagram stories. It is. You know?
You got bad grades in high school?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, yeah.
2.7 GPA.
Yeah. So I think I'm not a psychologist, because that's what I have. I cannot sit still, but I've been trying to do it. I know, but Tetris now. You and I are Tetris.
We, for some reason, decided that Tetris was back in the mix. So we're both just
What?
really hardcore into Tetris, and it's just like it takes up like 16 hours of our days.
Yeah.
Like the classic one, or is there
The
a new
classic.
app?
Just on our
Classic.
iPad, just yeah. But there's like a 3-minute one where you know what I mean, and it's like it'll say you're ranked number 10 in Los Angeles.
Wow.
And in your head, you're like, I gotta get 5.
And you're going down to Craig's, be like, bitch, seat me now. I'm not Let me get a table.
Yeah. Last night, since you don't watch this, I want to recommend something. I've been watching. I watched Long Lost Family
Again?
again. You know what it is?
No, I don't. I just thought it was funny. Again?
Yeah, it was a show on TLC. Right?
TLC's got great shows.
Thank
You
you.
really do.
I like shitty TV. 90 Day Fiancé is my jam.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you.
good.
Married
Us
at
too.
First Sight?
Yeah. What's it?
Married at First Sight?
Yes, all those
Love
are
is
great.
Blind?
Love is Blind. I don't really watch. It's like I watch shows that are on flights, because you fly so much. You're like, oh, great, this is on here. But every once in a while, I'll go through like a phase where I got to watch it. And 90 Day Fiancé was that for me. I became so invested in that show.
Right. Yeah.
And I used to, like, in high school, my parents both went to work during the summer, so I would just watch like Jerry Springer and Amari just sitting on the couch, just piece
Yeah.
of shit, just drinking Mountain Dew, watching it.
So you didn't watch Squid Games or anything that's pop?
No, I didn't, because honestly, it got too much hype to the point where like my levels of expectation were too high. I was like, I don't even want to, like, all the spoilers were already out there. There's too much going
Right.
on. But that's why I like 90 Day Fiancé. You can flip on any given channel, any given episode, and be like, oh, this is good.
Very easy to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy to follow. Yeah.
Who's your favorite couple lately on 90 Day?
I haven't watched the newest episode, but I will say,
The necklace guy. What's the one we had on?
Ed?
dude, you know who
Ed
it was?
Rose?
That one's good, but there's this guy. He had really intense, like, I think he's from Canada. He had really intense like bags under his eyes, and he was like a men's coach,
Wait, how do I not know
and
him?
he was like dating a girl in like Washington. If you type it in, but this guy was like he taught like male like strength seminars.
This guy?
Yes,
Oh my god!
You know
the
him?
guy from Australia.
this dude crushes. So he's like, so he does like
You could have just said Indian dude.
Yeah, the guy's
No, I don't think.
You don't have to do the fucking,
No.
you know, the raccoon eyes that they have.
I thought he was Canadian.
No, he's not. He's from Australia, and I think he's actually from Mauritius.
Yeah.
I don't.
And he had that girl.
But yeah, the girl on the right, but like he's like a men's guru. And the best episode in the history is he's talking to like 9 women on like why women are dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
And and how they edit it, it's all these dramatic zooms on these ladies being like, there's no dudes here. You're bombing right now.
That's because his entire identity was a fraud.
I mean the whole show's like
Right,
very-
but the whole time I was watching this season, I was like, somebody get his thyroid checked because clearly that's exophthalmos, this thing, the bulging of his eyes.
yeah. And then the girl
That's
like called him
racist.
out.
He's just Indian. Anyway,
No, he was great. I did watch Tinder Swindler recently though.
we saw that. We love that.
I just like how he calls everybody enemies. That's great. Just really, just the lady taking your order in and out, enemies. Anybody. I like that. That's fun.
But let me pitch Long Lost Family to you.
I'm in.
Okay? It's basically, you know.
You won't be for long.
No, if it's on TLC has got some great shows.
So it's like, you know, either you know, somebody was given up for adoption. It's either the mom or dad looking for their son, or vice versa.
But who is it?
Through adoption, like when parents give their kid away, or a mother gives their kid away at
Right.
birth, and then, you know, 40 years down the road, you know, the mom goes, I'm trying to look for my kid. So they find the kid for them, and they reunite, right?
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in. It makes me cry, right? But let me ask you something. Because there was one where some guy found out his mom was still homeless.
Oh.
Yeah, would you? I don't even want to go down this line. I'm just saying that if I'm just hear my, I'm going to go a different direction, right?
I like the first one. What were you going?
What was the first one?
I will in a second, okay? But I think this will clear it up. If I was like given up for adoption and I looked for, and my parents were Rockefellers, I'd be like, yeah, mommy, right?
Right.
But it's like if the reverse happened, would you? I don't know. Be as excited.
So if you're looking to find your mom, you find out your mom's homeless.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely try to help her.
Yeah.
I know, but there's what we don't know. Like what you know?
Because you're a guy who's only looking at what he can get from people,
Whoa.
not what he can give.
Get the Range Rover, Bobby. Range Rover.
Get that
Get that
Evo.
Range Rover. And this time I only want one door on it for you and you only.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You know what? I think you're right. I would be excited because I could give them a sandwich and they'd be happy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't want this is what the constant calling, like it's mom again. You know.
You think she has a phone?
There's no calls.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. Maybe I am shallow. You think I'm shallow?
Yeah, sometimes.
In that way, I am.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love.
Like if you had said something else, like I'm just afraid that she's gonna continually hit me up for like let's say she had a drug problem, right? I'd be afraid to, I don't want to be the enabler. She's always gonna want to hit me up, and then I'm always gonna want to give her money.
That's a long what I was thinking.
That was not.
Yes, it was. 'Cause what if
I
you have-
could
yeah,
feel it. I
George,
felt
right? Could you feel it? Right? That's
There
what I was
is
thinking.
that thought where you're a month in and then all of a sudden she's just like, you got any more aluminum foil? You're like, you didn't make any food. What are you doing with that foil, Mom?
Yeah. And she made a hat or whatever. Yeah, my point is that I feel like they're gonna hit you up a lot, and it's gonna become like a codependent relationship.
Yeah.
It just seems like more just added problems almost. What? Argue. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's the assumption that all homeless people become, homeless because of one thing, but it could be many things.
That's true.
We live in a tough country.
We live in a tough society.
I saw a homeless guy recently going up Laurel, and he had a sign, and at the bottom he had his Instagram handle on it. And I wanted to hate, but I was like, honestly, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
And
You remember it? Let's shout him out.
No. This was like 3 months ago. My biggest thought was like, what if he doesn't follow you back? That's devastating.
That would Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's what he gets. That's how he gets, because he's really obsessed with American Idol. So what he does is, like, last week he was just on the couch, just going through every single contestant's Instagram.
See if they follow him.
And then being like, dude, I love you. You did so great. If you need tips, hit me back up. And I'm like, Bobby, what tips are you going to give him?
No, that's not true.
And
That's
then,
a lie.
And then if they don't, listen, I'm not done. And then if they don't,
With that, if you don't direct it, it's going to go away. And I, of course, said yes, because I didn't want it to go away, having no idea what that job entailed, which still, I mean,
Do you storyboard it?
I don't remember. Like, I don't remember that whole fucking year. I
Wow.
don't remember 2022. I don't remember that year. I just remember I have little sketch like scenes.
In your
Like
mind?
we're in the office where there's a casting board. We're trying to put pictures next to it. Now we're shooting.
Wow.
Somebody tested positive for COVID. Can they direct this or do whatever they're doing from their car? We wrapped. I'm in an edit room. That was the thing.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just Groundhog Day for the rest of the year. And then we finished it in December. And I probably said like 40,000 times that year that I'm never doing this again. I enjoyed
Wow.
doing it with you because I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I was in it for like 2 seconds. But then I had a blast doing the one that we did. It was also only a 4-day shoot. But I have a good time directing it. The editing taps into my ADD and shit. But fortunately, through Old Dads, I got my editor who understands, and is like, he's hilarious and he has great ideas. Like a lot of those editor guys, they're like, they're in here, they're introverted and that type of stuff.
But a lot of those guys make the movie, though. I mean, a lot of times movies don't work, and they can fix it and make it
Patrick
work.
Don Vito, that's my guy.
Wow.
That's my guy. And he's fucking hilarious. And he has great ideas. And there was a lot of solves in Old Dads that he came up with because we only shot, for 20-something days. 20.
Oh, my God.
We went quick. And
If you want to get sleep, Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep offers 20 unique mattresses. Listen, folks, I have 3 bedrooms in my house. I'm not bragging, but on a hill. But my point is that every one of my rooms has a Helix Sleep. Do you know why? When people spend the night, I want them to sleep in luxury. I want them to get a nice, restful sleep.
Okay.
Because the next day we're going to have adventures. Take the Helix Sleep quiz and find your perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. Your personalized mattress shipped to your door free of charge.
and what I love about Helix is that they have a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty.
Oh my
And
Lord.
the quiz is really easy to take. For example, like I'm a side sleeper and I sleep really hot, so I got matched with the Midnight mattress. But you also have the option to upgrade that to the Luxe, which is a plusher version.
I do Lux.
I do Luxe too.
I know you do. 100 nights.
This mattress, and since my son is doesn't like sleeping alone, I sleep on it.
Anyway.
Whenever,
Anyway.
3 a.m. when he starts yelling, Dada!
Listeners get 20% of all mattress orders and get 2 free pillows. Go to helixsleep.com/Bell and use the code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet. Helix Sleep.
So there was a few things that you'd get into the edit room, which I knew was going to happen on the first one, and you don't have what you need, and then you got to come up with something. And sometimes it's the music, sometimes it's slow motion, sometimes whatever. He was just a master at that. So
But were there any times where you're like, I didn't get that shot?
I didn't get it to that point.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't go falsetto.
Oh, no, but
I would be like,
that's
I'd be
how I
like,
would do
this
it.
stupid ass fucking business. There's not enough money. There's not enough time. Do it. That's when they get. I feel like they get off on that. And I learned that through watching the Food Network, where they don't give them enough time or ingredients, and then they just sit there judging them. My wife and kids, they do that to kids. They have like a kids cooking show.
They do, yeah.
And they just put these kids on this fight, like cooking a meal for somebody is one of the nicest, most loving things you can do. And then they just see and then capitalism comes in. Let's turn it into a show. Like there needs to be somehow some sort of tension and suffering to make people continue to watch it. So I fucking hate that show.
Why do you watch it then?
Because my family watches
All right.
it. So I'm just sitting there.
Which
and then they
But I feel
taste
like-
it. It'd be like, you did a good job, but I felt like the strawberries kind of overpowered the parfait, and you just see some 8-year-old's bottom lip start quivering. It's like, why would you? How could you continue with this?
But I
How
feel
is
like-
it? It's great.
But I feel like that's a lot of times with like American reality TV. They need that tension versus a lot of Asian reality shows where they
Will they try to kill people?
So there's this one called Terrace House, and nothing happens. Like it's sort of like the real world, but in Japan, and nothing happens, but it's very addicting. I don't think that tension necessarily makes for great television. I think if people just were allowed to be, that's enough.
Slice of life is what I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, when
But I wouldn't absolve all of Asia. I've seen enough clips from their
That is
game
true.
shows.
Right. Some of the newer dating shows are definitely.
There's a lot. Every country, there's something going on under the surface, regardless of like, look how clean the streets are, and everybody's polite. You know?
Yeah.
You say that in Canada, right? And then
That is
what happens?
because Physical 100 is pretty intense. Have you seen that show? Physical
that?
100. Have either of you seen
No.
it? It's basically a bunch of Asian like women and men like athletes, like Herculean, like Zeus types, and they just go at it. They wrestle and they do all of these like competitions, like physical competitions, and it's pretty crazy. I've never seen it on like.
But Bill's
Were you
right.
offended that she used white gods to describe those Asians? Who's the Asian Zeus?
Who is the Asian Zeus?
All I know is Buddha. And that's it. Are there Asian what is?
Look, this is
Oh,
Physical
fuck this
100.
Show. Oh, fuck this show. I don't. This is not for me.
This guy's jacked.
Yeah. It's not for me. All right, turn it off. Turn it off.
But the
Fuck this
women,
shit.
but
Fuck
the
this
women compete against.
I know what
the men.
turn it off. Yeah. There's torsos and stuff. I fucking hate it, man. We just completely turn it off. Thank you so much.
Why don't you like fit Asians?
I don't like it. But
Why don't you like Phasians?
yeah. But back to Bill's point, when I was in Thailand, I'm like, oh, this is a perfect society. But then I went and watched the Avengers and the movie, and there was a montage of the king before the movie, and I just sat there, and the guy, my friend, goes, "You got to stand up." I go, "Why?" Because they're allowed to kill you if you disrespect the king in Thailand. So I stood up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like at a park, I heard music being played, and everyone freezes at 5 p.m. Right? And then like you have to freeze because
That's what's amazing being in a country with like a dictator. It's not as bad as you think it's going to be, but every once in a while, it's like, dude, you better stand up or they're going to fucking light you on fire. Oh, all right. And then other than that, it's no difference
yeah.
than here. Like I've been to a few of these countries, which I want to go back, so I got to watch what I say because I don't know if this applies to their laws.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, this is fucking the same as America, and then there's these one little thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's intense.
And they should tell you that when you enter the country. Nobody told me that.
Well, I thought that, like, if you're under a dictatorship, that you just walk around miserable all the time and you're not allowed to do anything. And it's like, no, like, you know what you're allowed to do, and that's what you do, and you can't do this other stuff. And there is something about a dictatorship that is really efficient. You know, you just hope you get the right guy. If you get the wrong guy, things go sideways.
Yeah.
But,
Like, remember Duterte from the Philippines?
Duterte.
That guy, right?
Yeah. A wild guy.
He's wild.
Wild guy,
Guns,
yeah.
If you
yeah, no form of government works because humans are inherently flawed. So eventually, no matter what it is, like I feel like there's a rebellion coming in this country from workers. Like they're taking too much. Like people, they just look at these daylight robberies as these standalone things. Like shit's getting crazy. Thank you, Joe Biden, or this just because of Trump or whatever. It's like, no, dude, this is the guys behind them. They're taking too much, and there's an imbalance.
You can feel. I think I feel that too.
Yeah,
There's something
and
going on.
Unions are going to come back because right now they're doing this fucking thing that they're basically going to be like, you guys are all going to work and we're not going to pay you, and there's only going to be 3 options, and it's going to be whatever a lot of the same shit that's going on in our business is going on in all of these businesses, and people only
Can take so much.
they only take so much
Yeah.
before there'll be some sort of thing. But the genius, though, is the CNN Fox News, which I am really starting to believe are owned by the same person.
I think so too.
And their job is just get us doing that. all
I
fucking
agree.
day long.
I fully agree.
100%. Yeah. There's a family or somebody behind it working it all. I don't know what family it is.
Yeah.
Or a group of people. And but you know what?
It's perfect. We can't talk about stuff without yelling at each other. So then nothing's going to get done, and it's whatever. That's depressing. Let's talk about something
Jaime?
else.
So Jaime is a guy that he's from the great state of Texas. He was a little nervous because you were coming in, Bill.
And he's really upset because as of last week, Pornhub is now banned in Texas.
Yeah.
All across Texas.
That's a good thing.
To who? Oh,
To you and your fucking hands and your life. You're gonna have to get out there. You're gonna have to talk to somebody.
no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
It's boring outside.
What?
I like being
what?
inside, you know?
Yeah. Jaime
Yeah, so
just
tell me about the excitement of.
I want everyone to know that Papa, the king, you know, it's a small kingdom,
Yeah.
right? But it's mighty. You know, I'm going to buy a brand new car, and I want to get, you know, a Range Rover Equinox.
That's not it. That's not even what it's called.
What's it called?
It's an Evoque.
Evoque. What's Equinox?
It's a gym.
Oh,
High-end gym.
what's that song? Oh, Xanadu. That's different, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, my bad. But so I want to get a new car, and so I've been going to lots. I went to Toyota, and I just realized, konnichiwa. You know, I've done it.
What's up, baby?
What's up, konnichiwa? I've done it. I've done Toyotas all my life.
Have you done all Toyota models though? What Toyota models have you had?
I've had a station wagon. I don't know models. Here's the deal, guys. And before you get into your car culture fucking judgment,
I'm not into car culture.
when I rent a car, I go to the lot and they go, "What kind of car?" I go, "I don't give a fuck. Does it move? Yes, then I'll get it." In terms of like, when I'm in a car and somebody goes, "Isn't it smooth?" I go, "I don't know."
Then get a Corolla. It's reliable.
I know,
You'll
but
drive
but
until you're 100.
But you're not listening, okay? That I want to get something outside of the Japanese family. I love the Japanese, right? So I'm thinking, Range Rover sounds American to me.
Why never Korean? Why not Hyundai?
Hyundai.
I couldn't find a
yeah.
lot. I went to Pasadena. I went over to the Sherman Oaks. There was no Hyundai. You know how you go to, there's like that one street,
Yeah.
where, you know, and I walk up and down. I act like a fucking asshole too.
What do you do?
Because I don't wear my beanie because I want people to think I have money.
Wait, what?
Because when I go into Cadillac, right, it's just when you go in there, it's like uncomfortable. So I do this thing with my hair.
Show us, show us.
So I'll go.
All right, so you're on the lot.
I'm in there, and I don't know why I'll just do this.
They're like, that guy's got money.
That's very blue blood of you.
Yeah.
Korean royalty does that.
I think that it's very royal the way I do it.
Yangbang.
And they go, hello, and I go, hello. How much is this? You know, what's the GPA drive shift? Oh, I don't know what the fucking
the
terminology.
GPA.
But I've never even seen a fucking Fast and Furious fucking movie. That's why.
Yeah.
That's how little I know about cars. I don't give a shit. So I based cars on the way I look. So this Range Rover Evoque, right? It looks like a giant pill bug, like a tank.
yeah,
right?
but that Malibu Barbie would drive. You want to be Malibu Barbie?
Yeah, I love Malibu Barbie. Out of all the Barbies, she's my favorite.
She's the most popular.
Racist.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The Black Barbie's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, I love Black Barbie as well. Is there an Asian Barbie?
They just came out with one, I think.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
As of 2022.
You're right, because growing up, I only had white Barbies in Asia.
Yeah.
They call it Bobby.
I gave Lisa.
They don't do the R.
They call Bob.
No,
Bobby.
this is what I call you. Barbie.
Barbie.
Malibu Barbie.
So then you suggested the BMW MX
X6M.
X6M.
Here's your Evoque for people.
Yeah.
I understand why it's
Look at-
cute.
look at
They're
that
just
one.
not good cars,
It's a
sweetie.
good silhouette.
The silhouette's nice. And the back is nice. And look at that one. That's the one. That's the one I want to get.
Here's what's going to hurt my heart.
What?
I know what you want to do in terms of like putting a wrap, like customizing your whatever dream car.
Yeah.
You're going to spend $150,000 on like a $20 car. And that's what's going to hurt my feelings. Because ultimately Range Rover is a great brand for like some of their models, but just not this one. It doesn't even have a good Edmunds rating.
All right. What's the one above it then? What's the one above it?
What do you mean above it?
Get a real Range Rover.
A Range Rover that's like a little bigger than that one that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
get
not
the
gonna
Sport. Get the real Range Rover then.
They're so big though.
It's huge.
they look like Chappelle Lacey. I mean,
You're just driving around
You know what I mean?
with Chappelle
Flip-
Lacey.
yeah, they're just too big.
What about the self-driving Tesla, the X?
I don't do Teslas.
Why?
I just don't like the. My friend Gene has one. I go in. I don't like it. It's just got a screen, and then that's it.
But then
I like
with
little gadgets and things. I can
gas
look at.
prices,
Little
they're
buttons.
like $8. It's like a gas.
Plus, it's you're saying fuck. I don't know where to electrify no car.
George, tell him where.
At home, you don't even have to. Oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah, at home. What?
Go ahead.
At home.
At home. You just plug it in at home. You never have to find a gas
what if,
station ever again.
what if I go to like Wyoming? I drive to Wyoming.
Never
right?
will.
No, I'm just saying. What if? Let's just scenario wise. Apocalypse.
They have charging
You,
stations
you do have to plan.
There
out
is
your
no
trip.
charging stations on the 10
in Laramie.
when you go out into the desert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Love charging stations in the desert.
That's exactly where they have it.
You can just route your whole travels through America.
And you can sleep,
Charging
sweetie.
station to charging station.
You can take nappy naps.
And they got like the doors that go up like wings.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
They're so expensive too.
it's up
They're
there.
really
It's
expensive.
up there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're talking about like $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not, I was going to name a comic. I'm not Anthony Jeselnik.
What does he drive?
Probably something so fancy. Yeah.
He seems like someone who would choose something very functional and reliable.
Yeah. What a functional guy, huh?
I love him.
I love him too. He's a little snooty. Cut that out. Cut that part out. Cut that part out.
Do you want a Kai Bible?
Cover by what?
If I win, I get to choose what car. If you win, you get to buy your little Malibu.
No,
Barbie
I'm not
car.
doing no cowboy. I'm not 50. No, I'm being real.
Kai Bible with the. Come on.
You're
stand
being-
up.
What?
I don't even know what this game.
All right,
you guys
so
explain the rules.
You do the
This is
on three.
scissors. This is rock. This is paper.
All right, on three.
Okay,
what
Kai Bible.
scissors?
Scissors.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Kai
Bye. Bo.
Oh wow.
Wait.
Bye. Bye.
Bo. All right. Kai. Bye. Bo.
Okay, you're 1-0.
It's
It's up to 3.
No, that's not what it. I'm kidding.
Range Rover Evoque.
Rover Evoque, baby.
Let's go.
I love it. Thank you, Lord. I believe in God now. I really do believe in God now, and I think He did that.
Oh, the
I'm getting
Evoque.
one. You know what? I'm going to do it in spite.
You're gonna buy
No,
it.
I honestly would love to see you in an Evoque. I think there's such a perfect car for you.
What is she doing, Bobby? What is she doing?
She's doing mind manipulations, and I don't like it.
No, honestly, sweetie, there is no better match for you, I think,
Are
than this
you,
Evoque.
for the last 2 days, you've been saying, "Are you?"
I changed my mind. I think it's so perfect for you. Please get it tomorrow. Please?
You know, the last couple of you've been calling me that word that you're not allowed to say in Florida anymore. All right, so I'm just gonna let you know. All right,
not
you've been
true.
using that word.
No,
a lot.
I've been calling you
If you
fluid.
get a Vogue, you say you're that word.
I've been
Florida.
calling
And I don't use that word anymore.
Please buy it tonight.
Yeah. See, don't. I'm not doing that. What do you think, George?
I think it's a bad car. It'll break down all the time.
Gilbert?
And it's not even 4-wheel drive.
Gilbert?
It's not even four-wheel?
If you put a $50K on customization, I'm okay with it.
Okay with it.
Wait, can he customize a four-wheel drive into that?
You get a 4-wheel drive.
All right. I'm not gonna. In terms of customization, what do you mean? I was gonna get
Rims,
no.
wrap,
I'm gonna get a.
seats.
I'm gonna get a matte
Black.
wrap.
Yeah.
Right. Probably a dark gray or midnight purple.
I like the purple.
I mean,
Midnight
yeah,
purple.
it's that very
purple, right?
royal.
And in the rims, what can I do? More of a goldy kind of thing.
I'm not into gold. You look like a fucking Laker on wheels.
A pimp.
Maybe like a little reddish hue. What do
Are you
think?
trying to run a harem?
I mean, I do have a human trafficking business on the side. You know what I mean?
Well, it's gonna look like
So is
it.
that the color scheme you like? It's like
Like a
gold,
yeah. There. How dope does that look?
Oh, that looks good.
purple.
Or the yellow. Look at the purple and the yellow. How dope does that look?
Claw, let's get back in your driveway.
That's Lakers.
That's Lakers.
Yeah, I love the Lakers. I love
LA,
Kareem.
baby.
I love Kareem.
I just honestly think you should stick to the Toyota family.
Okay, no, I'm not. You know, no offense to the Japanese.
Great people.
Great. How about a Honda?
Yeah, Hondas are great.
I went in there. They were kind of rude.
Hey, why don't you do this?
Yeah.
Get like an old school 90-something Honda hatchback
Trick it
and
out.
then soup it up. and then put a spoiler in it so you
I
look
want
like
a brand new car, bitch.
No, you want to so you can look like Hot Import Nights.
No, I don't want to look like that. Because I grew up with that in Mira Mesa in San Diego. All those Asians, those Vietnamese
That's what
people
I want you to-
had rice rockets. That's
Yes.
what they used to call it. I'm not doing a rice rocket.
Bring it back.
What about Lexus?
I think it's a kind of AG car.
It's AG. It's a little AG.
Yeah, it's AG.
I went in there, it was like a little weird.
Oh.
I also, when you go in there, I base it on the reason why I want to get the Land Rover, the Equinox,
Evoque.
Evoque. Once I buy it, I'll know it because I'm going to read it all the time.
You'll learn.
Yeah, I'll learn it. I promise. But I went in there in Pasadena, and the dude that was there is a huge Tiger Belly fan.
That's what sold you. I know it is.
That's what it is.
And
That's
he was
exactly
Los
what
Socios
it is.
Papaya.
like, yeah, he's like, hey man, hey, make sure you come to me, dude, when you come, right? And I go, I promise.
And the hair flip.
Yeah, and I did the hair flip, I promise, right? So I think that's also when I went into the other lots, they were standoffish, a little like
Judgy, maybe.
hoity-toity. You know what I mean?
But I bet the Tiger Belly fan drives a Toyota,
I
even
bet
if he
he
works
does.
at Range Rover. Ask him what he drives.
That's interesting.
We should
I'm
call
not going to
him.
make assumptions.
We should call him. What's his name?
Mohammed,
Love it already.
I think. Hold on, I have his card.
Mohammed, what do you drive?
So much
No, a
cash.
Subaru. Oh, I like the Subaru.
I love
too.
Oh, Subarus are good.
Great cars.
Hey, those are
the,
good.
the Wilderness. Should I get that then?
You know what's really good? The new Volvos.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Oh, Volvo.
They look so pretty. Have you seen them?
There are. Hold on.
Anyway,
I like Volvos.
he's not Mohammed. Sam.
Okay. Why do you always get Arabic?
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
No, don't call him.
He's not Mohammed.
Be like,
He's.
hi, Sam.
Yeah.
Call him.
Okay.
Did he really know who you were?
Oh, you're lying.
No, he's not a Tiger Belly fan.
He's a Bobby Lee fan.
He's a Bobby Lee fan.
Okay, got it. Hi.
Stories.
This is Bobby Lee's assistant.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah. But don't punk him because
no.
now I'm gonna
Hey, this is Sam. Leave a message.
just leave a message.
Please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press
an
1
accent.
for more options. To send a fax, press 4
Send a
now.
fax. Send a
Leave
fax.
a callback number, press 5.
Hi, Sam. My name's Kalila. This is Bobby Lee's assistant. Can I start over? It's star.
Oh my god, my heart.
Oh my god.
Please re-record
fuck?
your message. At the end of your message, press 1.
The fuck, Kalila?
Don't.
Hi, Sam. This is Kalila, Bobby Lee's assistant. He came to see you over the weekend and was interested in the Range Rover Evoque. But he wanted to know what car you personally drive. So if you could give me a call back.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
You're supposed to hit star to erase, not hang up. Because that message is going to go through.
Really?
Oh my God, Bobby.
You sent it. You didn't send it.
It went through.
You didn't send it.
Oh my god.
You know, it goes through automatically if you don't hit star to erase.
Oh no, I can't get one of you fucking sabotage me, bitch. No, I can never fucking call him again. Oh my god, give me the fucking card. Oh my god, I cannot get a fucking. You just fucking sabotage me.
There are
When
other.
You got your Audi. Did I go to the Audi guy and fuck you up?
You know what? You've been driving my Audi more than me.
Okay, good. Because your niece has my car. She has to go to college every
That's
day.
the problem, right? Is because the
problem-
reason for the new car is
Right, and so Jules is just gone, and she takes the car all day.
an adult.
But I think that we should have her buy the car from us. But you don't believe in that.
No. Because I'll tell you why. Jules is like my daughter. I don't have any kids, so all my like fatherly instincts go to her. And when I was a kid, my parents got me anything I wanted. So
Keep that.
yeah, so I do that too. Yeah. Wait, does that scare you to have kids?
Yeah.
No, because here's the deal, dude.
I don't want spoiled little shit.
You won't because we're gonna. If we have kids, you're gonna be the mother.
And
Now, if
they're
you pass
all
away, our kids are fucked.
they're all gonna have MTA bus passes, and that's a fact.
Yeah, but they're also gonna have a bullshit.
That he isn't the only comic who's asked, by the way.
Who?
Just say
Listen, comics, listen to me right now.
I-
Off. That's not cool, man.
It's not.
Yeah.
I don't.
You get a
respond.
sailor.
So you're good at like saying no comics. No one that Bobby
Zero.
would.
I would not
No more
even
comics.
remotely in his circle. I'm not interested in
Because of
anybody.
him, or just because dating a comic is not what you want to do again?
It's something I never even want to come close to doing, like in
Why?
any lifetime.
Why?
Good job, Bobby.
I love this.
I
know.
I'm very like.
You know?
Yeah, of course I know why, but I want to hear it from you as well.
I think it's absolutely traumatizing. I think it is one, if it's not for the faint of heart, and you will get dragged through the mud.
No. Because now the women that are
By the fans?
I'm being matched
By
with right
him?
now are listening to this.
By every,
This is not good.
all angles.
Yeah.
All angles.
No, not me though.
You're a different guy.
I'm a good guy.
But it's the kind of like, if they're, for,
Fuck you guys. Yeah. Go ahead.
I deemed Bobby safe a long time ago. Like
Thank you.
Only because like the payoff of just
good
him
payoff.
being like a really like, you are so fucking cute and funny.
I'm
It's
the
hard to
cutest.
resist.
Thank you.
But never again.
Okay.
Never.
All right.
Why? What's like the breaking point? What's the thing that you could tell girls that are like, I'm going to date a comic? Like what?
You
what are they?
are-
What do you mean drag through them? Like what is it? That's
Fuck you, Nikki. I don't know
the
what the
worst
fuck
part?
you're doing right now.
I think you're the exception, Bobby.
Are you being real?
I'm
really
being
do believe
real.
that.
Okay, thank you.
I think there are exceptions to this. Clearly,
Give
there
me
are a lot
another
of-
exception. Give me another exception.
Sebastian.
Absolutely,
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yes.
Louis. I'm just kidding.
Good joke. Yeah.
Tom Segura.
Exception.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
exception. Santino.
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Bert. Yes, Bert.
Yeah.
Bert,
Okay,
Bert.
good.
I mean,
Now
they're
that-
not easy to be.
They're not
married to,
easy.
but they're good men who are not going to drag
Right.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I would date maybe like a female comic.
Yeah.
That I would. Because all the
different.
women I've met in comedy have been solid bitches. Everyone.
Why is it different?
I don't
It's
know. You
not.
guys are just so switched on and grounded. It's so different.
It's not different.
I think, Bobby, I do think it's different. You don't think that we're different? I mean, I like hearing this, that you see us exactly the same.
I mean,
Like,
I'll be
don't
honest
think
with
we're
you.
motivated by-
Dating Whitney Cummings seems like a nightmare.
Well, she's a dude.
Okay, okay, good.
Whitney's like a dude.
Yeah.
But she is grounded.
No, she's grounded and she's a nice lady and I love her and
Yeah.
but I just would never be able to do it.
I couldn't date myself. I mean, I don't know that I could date a female comic, but I do think there's something different about them than male comics.
The person you're dating is a normal person?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I think that's what
That's
I'm
what I
searching
want. A
for,
topographer.
normie.
A topographer.
I want a normie.
Because you're not a normie now. You've
I'm
been
not a
pulled
normie
into
anymore.
it. You've been
Right.
dragged into it. And
Right.
now you're.
I would love someone who works in like a utility company, maybe like a longshoreman, somebody.
Yeah,
who
I
works-
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you like that. Now it makes me
So
not
he's
want
off on.
No, I want that.
Sure.
Or maybe like a writer. That's maybe as close to this industry.
But not
as-
not scripts and stuff, like a
But not
novelist.
No, like a maybe I would. What do you mean?
Like the showrunner of
You-
Severance.
maybe just someone that doesn't want the spotlight.
right.
That doesn't want all eyes on them, that doesn't crave strangers' attention and approval.
I don't-
That is what I.
No.
That's
No,
what
no,
I
no.
warn women about.
No.
And for female comics too.
I don't
We
crave
are-
that. You crave that.
Yes, you crave it.
No, I don't crave it. You crave it?
Anymore?
What?
Anymore?
I've never craved it.
Yeah.
Why are you comic?
I'm a comic because I love expressing myself,
Okay.
right?
Well, write a movie then. Be a writer.
Okay.
Paint something.
Okay.
Be you're an actor, so that actually does fit into it. So maybe-
Okay. So
but comic, you need
Okay,
immediate
let-
approval.
okay, can I just say? I'll tell you why. Okay.
No, tell me. I would
I'm
love
gonna
to
tell you
believe
right
that
now.
I'm not like this.
I'm going to tell you right
Yeah.
now. Okay. So there are some, like myself, that felt invisible. When I walked into a bar, right, in my early 20s before I did stand up, no one would look at me, right? No one would start conversations with me. I just literally felt like I didn't exist, right? And I had things to say, and there was parts of my personality that I thought, were interesting, or whatnot, right? And I tried stand up as a dare almost, and it made me feel better about myself, and it made me feel like I was alive and a part of the world.
Yeah.
No?
Approval.
Is that what it is?
Approval.
It
Yeah,
is?
I mean, I feel the
All
same way. I
right.
felt the same way, like growing up, invisible. No one saw me. Everyone else got attention. Craving, desperately wanting to be loved. We weren't loved enough as kids, whether our parents gave us love or not. We did not. They didn't speak our love language, because sometimes my parents get mad. They're like, "You always say we didn't love you enough." And I'm like, "You didn't give me what I needed more than what you gave," and so we want it from strangers now. And we get it right away. Like every time we speak, there's a laugh and we're like, validation. It feels so good and it becomes addictive. Otherwise, I don't think we do it.
I did something gross last week.
What?
Now that you said that. So I opened for Tom Segura in Canada.
Yeah.
And the reason why I did because he does like these 15,000 seat venues, right? And I did good, you know what I mean? And after the show, he didn't want to go out and see anybody, but I went. We did one stadium, and I went to to the side, right, while people were like, and I went there specifically because I knew that I was going to get some attention.
Yeah.
And I took photos with like a gigantic.
That feels
group
good.
I know, but it felt gross to me. Like, why do I need this?
If you were the fact that you just admitted it is not gross. But if you were to deny it and be like, no, I was just hanging out there. I just happened to be checking my phone and stopped on that corner.
All right,
You're
okay.
admitting it. that
I
you
am
loved
admitting it.
I don't like when people pretend that they don't like it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, to an extent. I think that the healthier I become and the more I like myself, the more I don't crave it. But I can like myself 1 week a lot. I mean, I was like meditating on the way here to have better self-esteem. It's every day. It's a battle.
Okay, so let's go to this
Let's
now.
go, yes.
Look at the hinge.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I matched with this girl. It's very attractive. And I don't want to give away anything, but there was a photo in there that I could go, oh, I can Google that.
Got
Okay.
it. Like
She's-
Google something in it or reverse it?
there was something about
the photo prompted him to be like, "Oh, this is a Googleable
Got it.
person."
Googleable person,
I
right? Specific.
Yeah.
Right? And I can't get right. So I Googled her, right? And a bunch of articles came out about this person. Most of them was about her stabbing somebody,
Oh my god.
right? A bunch of times.
Her ex-boyfriend.
Her ex-boyfriend, right?
What the fuck?
And
Was it a mugshot that was the Googleable thing?
no, there were literally articles written about it,
Jesus Christ.
right?
High profile.
And
Was
I
it-
got
did she have
erect.
reason?
I got erect. I literally like my dick went boing, right, and it, like juices squirted out of the tip. You know what I mean? I was just like,
Are you
what's
serious?
Yeah,
It really did.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on here? Like my dick started pulsating, like
Because
communicating.
The
He was like,
fear?
I,
like
no,
you're in danger.
I don't know what it was. It was just like, I gotta go out with this girl, you know. And what do you think? Do you think I should go on a date with
Absolutely, we need to talk about this. And you know, she's free, so she's probably
her? Right. But there's two articles.
Should
though.
she go out with you? As a comedian, that's the red flag. Here. Why didn't you go to the details? You just got hard and then you jerked off and you forgot about
Forgot
it.
about the detail of the 3-inch stabbing.
He just read brutal stabbing.
Because I always thought that I could survive a stabbing. Yep. And guys are so, for us, it's like pussy stabbing. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like equal. You know what I mean? It's a good fair exchange.
Did you?
It seems like a fair exchange.
stabbed, so-
Yeah.
Stab
There's
for
two
stab.
stabbings going on at the same time. Yeah.
I actually think your skin is like rhino hide. It might.
Well, that's
give
rude,
that
but okay.
resistance. No, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like because you don't have pores and it's very, very.
Yeah. I'm gonna unmatch with her.
Don't do it.
I have to.
What if you're
I'm
missing out on
scared
real
that-
love?
And what if you piss her off with this move? That's the thing I'm scared about. Just
Oh,
like,
my-
Don't
play
do
it
that.
cool.
She's right. Nikki's right.
Did you
Yeah,
already
but
write?
she's gonna listen to this.
No.
We have too much fucking details
We're gonna cut
already.
out the main details.
You want to cut out all of it?
Not the main details.
And like, if I stab someone, I would kind of want them to tell me they knew.
Like a flex.
That is a good point. I think she is not trying to hide this. I think she is putting enough information out there. So should you know, like she wants to be accepted. She
And if
wants-
anyone's going to accept her, Bobby Lee
Uh,
will accept her.
You know what?
I think that the arousal that you felt when you found out about this is too much to deny yourself. Why did you learn something about yourself in getting turned on by hearing about that she brutally stabbed someone?
Well,
Brutally stabbed.
so the deal is this.
What is that? Did that turn you on?
And I think that the danger of like me dying,
Yeah.
right? Also something I don't know. I don't know what
rush.
that's about.
The rush.
But that put it to the tilt.
It's so interesting. You got to get the whole story. Go out on a date.
I think so.
I think
so?
she's honest about this. I think she had a bad like it just was 7 years ago. You can really
She's like
recover.
a nice girl.
It seems like it.
She's so
Yeah.
excited to meet you.
Yeah.
That enthusiasm too of like, is this really you? Does that do something for you?
Yeah.
Because when guys have that for me, I'm like, oh God,
Oh,
you're putting
really?
me on a pedestal. Like I'm not gonna live up to this. Is this really Nikki? Oh my God! Like I'm just.
Well, initially, there's been some matches I've had where
Mm-hmm.
they've said, I know I only said yes to this because I think I'm being catfished.
Right.
And I go, well, then I'll message you on Instagram where I'm verified, and then they'll unmatch with me.
Well,
it happened 3 times.
They just want to know that they can get it, and then they're too scared.
Yeah.
It's that girls do this a lot. I want to say that the canceling because you're feeling sick or all these things. It's not because they're like, I don't like that guy. I'm not attracted to that guy. I've done it before because I'm just so nervous of intimacy with someone. Honestly, like pursuing a new relationship, starting over. You don't know what that girl's getting out of. So I always would like to tell guys that get canceled on a lot because I know that happens on these apps. You get unmatched. It's not that the girl isn't into you because I have been before, but I'm just too scared.
Is that what it is?
Also, it's like just the idea. For me, what's really daunting is when a guy is like, hey, let's go do this. And I've never met him before. Yeah. I don't know what his voice sounds like. Remember when I first met you, I was like, we got to talk on the phone because I'm not.
Oh, it took forever. Smart. It took forever.
Right. But that's only because like I get really nervous. So like I'm better in a group setting. So how I've done it historically is like my friends and I are out at this place. Why don't you stop by?
Always.
I did that. The karaoke night.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
So she had a karaoke night,
so it was
and I went there
for her to get to know you, and it was like in a friend environment.
Right. No pressure.
The pressure of a date where it's like we're gonna meet. We've never met before, and we're going to decide based on this dinner if we're going to have sex and maybe get married someday is an immense amount of pressure. Even the sex part, even if I want to have sex, or it's just like I want to start as friends, and then I want to decide when it should escalate to sex feelings. But I don't like sitting down with someone being like, are we going to have sex or not? Let's just be like, can we be friends or not? And then where can it go?
Right. But I also think that people should invite their dates to be to be around their friends pretty early on, because I think your friends can also catch red flags that maybe you're not catching. And I also think it's a great way to observe them without the pressure of being face to face constantly. So they're kind of in this like room, like rotating around people, and you're like sitting back and like watching. I prefer that. I feel safer in that setting. But I did go out on a date with a girl.
You did in Hawaii.
I did.
Recently?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was.
Wait, have you dated women before?
I've been sexual with women, but never date women.
Wow.
So I went on. It was so different. It was like, the whole like, are we gonna have sex or not? The conversation like happened really quickly. She was like, I was like, I'm not really looking for anything long term. I really just got out of relationships. Like, oh, neither do I. And it was almost established really early on that there was like, okay, like we're both on the same page. It was no fuss.
But is there a sexual tension, or is that just hanging out with a girl?
But it did feel at the end like I felt at the end of it all. I think it could have been.
But
a
you
guy
never hooked
or a
up with her.
girl. Yeah, but I don't think
So
I'm
it's a
ready
friend.
to. I think I'm pretty. My body's still pretty closed off to that whole thing.
So you just wanted to see what it would
where
be
I
like
was
going
at.
on a date with a woman with no expectations of sex or a relationship.
Right. And she was perfect. She was like gorgeous. She was.
Was it
great.
flirty?
It was flirty, but it was fun. I just don't think that I'm ready to just have like full blown casual sex.
Yes.
That was
Why can't guys do that?
what.
Why can't guys just like meet a guy and go, let me see?
Other guys
Right.
meeting other guys.
Other guys? Why not?
I feel like I feel like there are a lot of men that in a different society, right? That they would explore that if there wasn't the social,
Absolutely.
thing attached to it. Like like if Brad Pitt, for instance, if I was on Raya, I've imagined this, and Brad Pitt was